Howdy, I'm your host, Olive Lucci, and welcome to our one-time program, Thanks But No Tanks. Today we'll be talking about the Orcanis orca, more commonly known as the orca, or the killer whale. Most orcas live for about 10 to 30 years, although it's said the females live longer. Some common misconceptions about orcas are that they're whales, but they're not. They're actually dolphins, and they're the largest species of it, which is why they're referred to as whales. They also have the second largest brains in the ocean, and because of this, they're extremely emotionally and mentally intelligent, even surpassing what their brain size suggests. They've also never killed a person in the wild, or at least have never reported to kill a person in the wild, which is more than bottlenose dolphins. Most orcas are about 30 feet, 8,000 to 16,000 pounds, and male orcas have a dorsal fin of about 2 meters, but in captivity they tend to flop over due to small amounts of living space and malnutrition. Orcas are attracted to cold climate. Many orca live in the Arctic Ocean, such as around Antarctica, Norway, and Alaska, but they can be found in every single ocean, including tropics and subtropics. They have been seen from the coasts of Russia all the way to California. They also really like cold water upwelling, which is where deep sea currents push cold, nutritious water up to the surface, and they're generally coastal. They live in every single ocean, like I said, but they mostly inhabit the Pacific Ocean. They're surrounded by kelp forests there, and they get about 80 inches of rain per year, which doesn't really matter considering it's just water falling onto more water, but you know. Other popular animals inhabiting the Pacific Ocean include giant oceanic manta rays and the humpback whale. There are currently 50,000 left, 2,500 of which live in the North Pacific Ocean. It's the most abundant amount of orca in one spot. Orcas eat fish, squid, seals, birds, penguins, and pretty much anything they can fit into their big-ass mouth. The only thing they don't eat are people, and the only thing they're preyed on by are people. They typically give birth to one calf every 3 to 10 years, and the gestation period is 15 to 18 months, so that they don't give birth to their kids in weird waters because they travel long distances. They nurse for about a year. So the big question is, why are they endangered? For the southern residents, there's a lack of prey, such as Chinook salmon, but that's not the biggest contributor. Along with severe pollution such as oil spills, it mostly comes from a disturbance from people. They're still hunted in some countries such as Greenland, and they're put in severe dysfunctional captivity situations such as SeaWorld and other marine parks. Thankfully, they're protected under the Marine Mammal Protection Act. 2 specific populations are protected under Southern Resident District Population Segments. What a mouthful. Also known as the DPS. They're listed under the Endangered Species Act as well. Spreading awareness in movies such as Blackfish is also a huge help, and I'll get into that a little more. I'm sure a handful of you in this room have been to SeaWorld or a marine park before, myself included, but after being exposed to a stray YouTube video in the 5th grade, I've kind of been cringily advocating for them ever since. I auditioned for a junior TED Talk, wrote my senior thesis on them, seen Free Willy at least 3 times, and even adopted an orca from a conservation program in middle school, who, fun fact, has the exact same birthday as me, down to the year. Happy late 18th birthday, Yoda. So yeah, I could go on and on about orca mistreatment for months, but since I don't have a lot of time to do that, I highly recommend checking out movies such as Blackfish, which talk about what kind of messed up stuff goes on behind the scenes at marine parks. A few of them, off the top of my head, are ancestral breeding, malnutrition, severe lack of space, and, you know, the list goes on, so yeah. Also, I should note that the only recounted incidents of orca violence on people are in captivity due to their severe stress and trauma from being put in those environments. Anyways, thank you for listening to my show. I hope you have a great day, and, you know, all hail the orca. Yeah, bye!